Hey YouTube, Oscar back with another YouTube video. I didn't post yesterday on Monday 'cause I wasn't feeling good. Plus, I was thinking about not posting on those 2 days so I can get a chance to watch Raw and SmackDown. And then on Wednesdays, a video would be like a week review, like what happened on Raw and SmackDown. Figure version, obviously. So that's what we're gonna be doing for Wednesdays. I'm not sure if I'm not gonna post on Monday. It's Tuesday still. I don't know though. I'll try to figure it out by this week, but that's why I wasn't posting. But right now we got Raw and SmackDown, WWE's week review. So starting off with Raw, it was Samoa Joe and Finn Balor versus Finn Balor, and it was a pretty decent match. Finn Balor would take the victory. I don't really care. I mean, it wasn't that. I mean, it was kind of interesting, but then again, I don't really care for Joe, and Finn's kind of cool. But then this would happen. The lights would go out. You'd hear a bunch of noise in the ring, and it came back to Bray Wyatt's mask. I don't have a mask, obviously, but it was Bray Wyatt, Sister Abigail, Finn Balor. So Bray Wyatt's back, and the feud is back on with Finn and Bray, which I am so happy because we never actually got to finish this feud, and it's finally back. Bray versus Finn, and especially with this new character of Bray versus Finn Balor, I feel like it's going to be a good rivalry, probably, hopefully leading into SummerSlam. But Bray Wyatt is back, and he would attack Finn after the match. The next match we're going to talk about from Raw was Alexa Bliss versus Naomi versus Natalya, and the winner faced Becky Lynch at SummerSlam for the Raw Women's title. And pretty decent match. It was kind of a weird match, and again, it's just another match I didn't really care about because I don't really care for the women's wrestling. I mean, I'm glad for them. Like, I'm happy that how much they've reached, but I just don't care for women's wrestling that much. But Natalya would take the victory. Not Alexa Bliss or not Naomi. It was it was a fatal four-way. My bad. It's a fatal four-way between Alexa Bliss, Carmella, Naomi, and Natalya, and Carmella would get eliminated, then Naomi would, then Alexa Bliss, and Natalya would win the thing, and Becky and Natalya would have a segment, and if you guys want to see that segment, then go check out WWE's YouTube channel. But Natalya would take this victory. The next match was the Viking Raiders versus some local competitors. Again, just another boring match. The Viking Raiders obviously destroyed the local competitors and would take the victory. Kind of obvious. I don't know what they plan on doing with the Viking Raiders. Hopefully they do something eventually. But right now, just put them against local competitors. But Viking Raiders would take the victory. Next match we're going to talk about, it was Zack Ryder versus Mike Kanellis. And Zack Ryder was out in the ring, and we were waiting for Mike, and Maria said she was going to take the match. So she came running out, and she's pregnant. I don't know if she's actually pregnant or not. She might be. She don't look like it. I don't know if it's just storyline or not, but you never know. She could be. But, yeah, Maria came out, and the referee stopped her. Mike Kanellis came out and said, I'm going to take the match. He goes in there, he gets Rough Ridered right away, and Zack Ryder win the match in under a minute. And he would leave, and Maria would be, she was so mad, and she's like, and this is, I knew I should have taken this match, because I bet you our unborn baby would have done better. Like, just the dumbest thing I've ever heard from any person, but she said it. Wow, it was dumb, but she still said it, so. Yeah, but Zack Ryder would take this victory. Woo, woo, woo. Now, this is not really a match, but I just want to add this because it was kind of important. Like, I wouldn't usually add segments and stuff like this, but this one I just kind of said, you know, I don't know. I just wanted to add it because I like both these guys. So, it was an episode of Miz TV, and Dolph Ziggler was the guest, and Miz was just talking about a bunch of things in his career and how his career is going, and I forgot what he said, but he would mention something, and Dolph would say, oh, just like your wife, and Miz snapped and freaking just went psycho on Dolph. Dolph would roll out of the ring, and Miz would say, don't say that. He was just screaming like, I swear. But yeah, there's a crazy little segment like every other Miss TV goes. But yeah, just something I want to add. So that was just Ms. TV. The next match that we're going to talk about was a 2 out of 3 tag team match. It was, sorry for shaking the camera right there. It was Robert Roode and the Revival, the Raw Tag Team Champions, versus the Usos and Ricochet. It was a pretty decent match. Ricochet would get falls. My bad. Ricochet would get both falls for his team to win. So I think he pinned Dash Wilder. I think he's who he pinned, or he might have pinned Scott. I don't know. He pinned one of these two with the Revival, and then he would hit his finisher on Robert, and he would win. And then the club would come out, and they were getting ready to get in the ring, and Ricochet goes for a dive, and he dives onto AJ and Carl Anderson. Luke Gallows started attacking him, and Carl Anderson would too. The Usos came out and saved them, and the Revival came out and attacked the Usos. And then Robert Roode and the Revival would be attacking the Usos in the ring. And then Ricochet would take out them after the Usos. The Usos took out everyone with super kicks besides those three. Then they took out the Usos. Then Ricochet took out them three. And then AJ Styles gave Ricochet a phenomenal forearm. So I'm just going to say this is my prediction for a little bit of predictions for SummerSlam. I think obviously the AJ Styles Ricochet feud is continuing, and I think there's going to be a triple threat tag team match between the Revival, the Usos, and the Club, which I think would be pretty cool for the Raw Tag Team titles. But it was a crazy match, but Ricochet and the Usos would take the victory. The next match we're going to talk about, it was the Club versus the Lucha House Party. I'm pretty sure this match didn't finish, but if it did, then I'm pretty positive the Club won. But I know that Ricochet came out and he attacked AJ Styles, and the Lucha House Party would help Ricochet take down the Club, and Ricochet to be standing. So I don't know which match happened first, if it was Ricochet's match or the AJ Styles match, but if the match did finish, then the Club did take the victory, but if it didn't, I think either way, the Club took the victory. So yeah, but it was a pretty decent match. AJ Styles, the Club kind of just took control of Kalisto the whole match. Didn't really let anyone else get in. And there was one time, I think Grand Metalik got in there, but again, just got destroyed. But yeah, the Club take the victory. And the next match we're going to talk about, it was Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander. The reason we would see this match is because last week on Raw, Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon teamed up against Roman Reigns and what we thought was a janitor, but it was actually Cedric Alexander. And yeah, even though they would lose last week, this week Cedric Alexander would beat Drew McIntyre with a roll-up, which was shocking. Maybe. But yeah, again, just another match I didn't really care for. I mean, Drew McIntyre's in there, and Drew McIntyre's one of my favorite wrestlers right now. He's just so entertaining. I wish they would give him, like, he's kind of getting that push, but he's not getting a title opportunity push. And I just wish he would get pushed into a title space. Hopefully SummerSlam, but Cedric Alexander would take the victory. And the last match, it was the main event. It was a cross-brand battle royal, 10-man battle royal, to determine Brock Lesnar's Universal title opponent at SummerSlam. And there was actually some pretty big names in here. Yeah. So I don't exactly know how people were eliminated first. I'm pretty sure Bobby Lashley went down first, then Cesaro, then Big E. Well, I just messed up. Then Sami Zayn, then Rey Mysterio. Oh, Randy Orton's in this match too. But then Baron Corbin, then Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman. It came down to Randy Orton and Seth Rollins. Now, at this point, I figured it was kind of obvious Seth Rollins is going to win, because Randy Orton is still, as I'm so concerned, Randy Orton has not signed a contract, and why would they give him a Universal title shot? And it's kind of obvious that Seth Rollins is going to get a rematch, so Seth Rollins did win. The Architect So the Beast Slayer will take on the Beast at SummerSlam. And that was Monday Night Raw. And we're going to get to SmackDown right now. And on SmackDown Live, we're going to start off. The first match we're going to talk about was SmackDown Live Women's Champion Bayley. And what we now know is her SummerSlam opponent, Ember Moon, teaming up to take on Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Again, just another match I don't really care about. This and that, a couple moves. Ember Moon and Bayley take the victory. They talk a little smack. You guys want to go look at that. Then go check out WWE's YouTube channel. But Bayley and Ember Moon would take the victory. The next match was Charlotte Flair versus Liv Morgan, and I'll tell you a little bit when I get to that part why these two fought. But Charlotte kind of dominant. Like in the beginning, Liv Morgan was kind of dominant, and then towards the end, Charlotte just got really dominant. I think it was kind of like a power slam to the ground, and then she would put her in the figure 8, and Liv Morgan would start freaking out and tap out, and then she said a little more. She talked a little bit. So if you guys want to see her little segment, go check out WWE's YouTube channel. But Charlotte Flair would take the victory. The next match was Apollo Crews versus Andrade Cien Almas. I was hoping Andrade would take the victory. I don't know why they gave the victory to Apollo Crews. Andrade is so much better. Andrade is one of my favorite wrestlers too right now, and they won't give him a push. Same with Drew going on, no pushes. And for some reason, Apollo Crews won. Once I get to the little segment, I'll tell you why this match happened. But sadly, Apollo Crews took the victory. So in the beginning of the night, starting off the show, Shane McMahon had a town hall meeting. And it was all those SmackDown superstars and a bunch of them just talking. And we had, and every, like, there was 2 mics, like, I guess for bad guys and good guys. And every time there was one person on this mic and another person on that mic, that match actually ended up happening. So, like, Apollo Crews was on this mic saying, I think for everyone, blah, 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 this and that. This will happen. And then we would hear something from Andrade, and those two ended up fighting. And Charlotte Flair was talking, like, oh, yeah, like, man's been so kind to my family. And Liv Morgan said, why you gotta be such a suck-up? Then they two fought. Roman Reigns said one thing, like, no one likes you, and he walked away. There was a couple more things. The New Day were talking, and they were just going crazy. And then Elias came out with his really nice guitar, and he was just, like, chilling and all that. And then that would lead to a match in the main event, which had a shocking ending. And, yeah, Dolph Ziggler didn't say anything. Drew McIntyre didn't say anything. Well, they weren't there. Cesaro ended up calling out Aleister Black, and Shane McMahon made that match. Cesaro and Aleister Black would end up fighting, and we'll talk about that match right now. And Cesaro and Aleister Black would have another good match. It's on SmackDown, obviously. That's what we're talking about. But it was kind of like boring at the same time though, because it's just another match I didn't really care about. It wasn't bad though. But Aleister Black would take the victory after hitting his finisher on Cesaro. It's kind of different than it was different than how Extreme Rules ended with them. He was kind of just getting beat up by Aleister a lot, and Aleister would hit his finisher, and Cesaro's mouthpiece would go flying, and Aleister Black would take the victory. Another Extreme Rules rematch. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, Kevin Owens did stunner Shane after his town hall meeting. I'm pretty sure that's why this match happened, and it would almost end the same way, but Dolph Ziggler would counter it. And it was a pretty decent match. And as Kevin Owens was about one, Superman would pull him out, and he would stunner. Kevin Owens would stunner Shane, and then like Buddy Murphy, Andrade, I think a couple other superstars were out there all chasing Kevin Owens out, and Drew McIntyre is like, trust me, Shane, we can get him. He does nothing but run. And then Shane McMahon would have his little segment, and you guys want to check that out? Check out WWE's YouTube channel. Next thing we're gonna talk about. So Shinsuke Nakamura was getting interviewed backstage, and I think it was Charlie. She was like, "Shinsuke Nakamura, congratulations on your Intercontinental Championship victory." And Shinsuke Nakamura said, oh, what did he say? Oh, he said now that he's champion, something like that. There will be a bunch of chaos, and Mustafa Ali or Ali will come over and say, "Congratulations, champ." And I think that's going to start a rivalry between these two leading into SummerSlam and possibly finally giving Ali the push that he was supposed to get a long time ago. But, yeah. It's just a little segment I wanted to add because it kind of has some importance probably going into SummerSlam. So, that's why I added this one. There was a women's tag team title match. It was the Iconics versus the Kabuki Warriors. So the Kabuki Warriors had the Iconics knocked on the outside of the ring, and the referee was at the count of like 7, and Billy Kay's her name is. Might be wrong, I don't know. I hope I'm not wrong, that'd be embarrassing, but I don't know. I know Peyton Royce is one of them, Billy Kay I think is the other one. And as she was about to get into the ring, Peyton Royce is like, no, come back. We can win like this. Oh, I mean, we'll lose, but we retain the titles. And at the count of 10, Kabuki Warriors would win the match, but the Iconics would retain the titles because it was a count out, which I'm guessing is going to lead into another match at SummerSlam, and the rules are going to be a little different, saying like there's disqualifications or countouts. The Kabuki Warriors still win, so they have to win by pinfall submission to retain the titles. But the Iconics would take the victory. And our main event would be the WWE Champion and the Tag Team Champions for SmackDown, The New Day versus Elias, Samoa Joe, and the Viper, Randy Orton. So this was definitely an amazing match. Xavier Woods had some big parts in the match. Big E did good. Kofi Kingston did well. Elias, I don't care for Elias. Samoa Joe was just, there. Randy Orton, surprising that he was actually in this match. And Kofi Kingston kind of forced Randy to be in the match because he was calling him out, and Randy Orton finally agreed to it. And, but at the end, Big E was knocked out, and Xavier Woods would get knocked out by Elias, and Joe and Big E were knocked out, and then Xavier Woods would get knocked out by Elias, and Kofi Kingston would hit Elias with a boom drop, and then as Kofi Kingston turned around, Randy Orton caught him with an RKO. So it's like, screw all these guys right now. Randy Orton won the match by pinning the WWE Champion Kofi Kingston, which is most likely going to lead into, because every time someone pins the WWE Champion, or the Universal Champion, or Intercontinental Champion, US Champion, Tag Team Champions, they get a match for the titles. This is how it works. So, sometime in the future, I'm guessing Randy Orton's going to get a WWE title opportunity. And now my guess is to keep Randy Orton in the company, they are going to actually finally give the title off of Kofi and give it to Randy. I honestly hope that happens. I'm sick of Kofi Kingston as champion, and I hope these two feud at SummerSlam and bring back the old rivalry. Stupid hot, if you get it. Comment if you got that. But hopefully they feud to SummerSlam for the WWE title, and I hope Randy Orton wins the WWE Championship, because then we'll get to see Randy Orton most likely staying in WWE, and finally someone better than Kofi Kingston as WWE Champion. But Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, and Elias would take the victory for this match, and that was my WWE Week review. I'll be doing this every week on Wednesdays, so really just Wednesdays is going to be a week review thing. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications, comment for other stuff you want me to do. Like, I might be doing a WWE figure collection sometime, but that's a lot because look at all those bins. Or I can do even a room tour of like everything in here. Like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Look at the arena down there. But yeah, guys. But just like, sub, comment, and we'll see you guys in the next one.